Yeah, I know Dimitri already did this video, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so Cougar reached out to me quite a while ago wanting me to take a look at this case, actually long before Computex even. I've been putting it off, and finally they dropped it off, and I told them I don't know if I can get to it anytime soon, but you know what I thought would be a cool video is at least trying to put it together. Because I've been searching for the chassis for my Threadripper build. Okay, I'm building myself an epic Threadripper system, and when I do these custom builds, picking out the CPU, picking out the water cooling stuff, the GPUs, that stuff's easy. But when it comes to chassis, that is the hardest part for me. And this thing right here is pretty cool because it's all flat packed. And you've got, whoa. It's got rods. It's like a basher right there. Oh. Okay, so we don't want to damage anything, right? Because, guys, I only keep doing these like anything that includes even a semi-unboxing because you guys can laugh at me. Okay, that's fine, But I don't want to damage any of this. It's got 5mm tempered glass side panels. It's all made from aluminum. Whoa, look at this. We should just make a big foam case. Some assembly is required. Here's the Cougar fans. Although they're very cool and they're Cougar-y yellow or orange, I don't think I'm gonna use these fans. Cougar makes some good fans, but I don't want an orange theme, and that's part of what puts me off about this case, is obviously it's got this, and this has to come out last, it's got this big orange piece on here. Now I could have it anodized, but I can also just paint it. The one thing that kind of concerns me about this case too is a lot like the Terry Crews project with that Tau 2.0 case, it's completely open. And that's gonna make some things like cable management a complete and utter nightmare. Oh, I think these are the side panels, the glass panels? Yes, they are. Let's be careful with those. I like how this fan right here gets its own, like what makes this fan more special than the other two? Okay, I think we have to take the glass out next.
Don't mess up.
You just don't jinx me like that.
We're all waiting for it.
You shut up. Oh man. What's underneath? Okay, I can take this whole thing out as a one piece. Okay. There we go. Safe and sound away from me. Look at that. I mean, that's essentially the chassis right there. I think it looks a lot like Reinhardt's helmet. Ow, that's pokey. And it got me in the eye. We almost made it. Oh my God. I feel like this was a bad idea.
I bet you I could do it.
Okay, this is actually the,
That's the back.
this is the bottom here, okay. These are feet. Okay, they got the rubbers. I'm stupid, okay?
You
Stupid.
said it, not me.
Stupid. Okay, step one. Have Dimitri put it together. That's step one. Ah, these come apart. D1A. What's D1A? I mean, these just feel like quality though, I'll tell you that much. Like, all the parts feel very highly, like the anodizing is very high quality. I don't see any blemishes really. Okay, I need to go upside down.
Did you just?
I-O-U-T. Ow, my thumb is stuck. Ow, 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 ow. Ow.
Everything bad is going wrong.
Wait a bit, there's an extension cord taped down, and basically the first person to trip over it owes the other person an Arnold Palmer, so I have to buy him tea today. And then, reveling in that, my thumb got caught in there because that like pushed apart and then it clamped down. I quit. I have a feeling the side panel is gonna add like all of its rigidity, you know what I mean? Oh, there we go, so you can control, it looks like the link there, there, or there, and that's the support for it. So I'll tighten that up. So here's what it looks like so far, and I'm gonna say that it's actually kind of flimsy without the glass in there, like kind of scary flimsy. Once the glass is in, then it sort of ties it all together. It's definitely unique. Now, I think this might be the case that I use for, well, chassis, we'll call it chassis, it's not really a case, that I use for the Threadripper build. It's gonna have lots of airflow, which means the radiators are gonna be completely efficient, as efficient as they can possibly get. The chassis isn't gonna hold back any of the cooling. A little bit more dust will be able to make its way in there, but it looks like if I put the fans on the top up here that I could fit about a 45 millimeter rad on the top, a 360 mil rad, because it's got 3 120 millimeter fan slots and 2 on the front, and it looks like I could fit maybe even a thicker than 45 240 on the front. And the thing that concerns me is if I'm gonna do SLI in here, like 2 1080 Ti's or something, then I'm gonna have a single loop for all of this, not dual loop, which would be kind of nice in terms of maintenance, but it also means that we're gonna be dumping a lot of heat into this loop. 2 1080 Ti's that you know are gonna be overclocked, and an overclocked Threadripper that's base TDP is like 180 watts. So we're gonna be talking quite a bit of heat. But fortunately with it wide open like this, would be efficient to cool. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think. The Cougar case though, it's really narrow, which is nice. Like I'm used to Skunkworks, which is really, really wide. But if you guys take a look right here down the front, look at that. Look how narrow that is. So the only thing that I think concerns me a little bit though is just cable management on this is definitely going to be tough. Now, as you can see right here, you can actually mount storage on the back of this as well if you want. The only thing that kind of sucks though is you have to take the motherboard out to access these screws. So I think it'd be nice to have SSDs mounted on the back rather than this mid plate right here that you guys saw me install. This is where hard drives and SSDs are intended to go, kind of facing out so you can see them. But you know, if that was out, then it would be easier to actually route my tubing and stuff through here. But you know, it'd be an easy system to build in though, because there's so many accessible sides. I like where they put the power supply because it's low and it's centralized in the chassis. So this is giving it a lot of ballast weight. So it doesn't really want to feel like it's tippy at all. Again, that flex though, until the panel's on the front, that flex is just something you have to deal with. The Zenith Extreme board though is kind of nice because it doesn't have a standard I/O shield, it's built in. So of course that is perfect for something like this. It doesn't have a place for you to put that I/O shield on. The little OLED's right there so you'd be able to read it. It's got a fan right there to cool the VRM, which again is open environment without it being a chassis. So again, cooling on this would be pretty efficient. And the footprint is really small. It's not a huge case. So I don't know, maybe this is the case. This right here though, like I've already said, I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna change the color either through anodizing or painting, not powder coating though, this is aluminum so we can anodize it. And Nick had suggested that we go with something that sort of matches the VRMs up here, more of a gunmetal look, which I think would be kind of cool because then we'll have the two-tone like the motherboard. And I'm kind of thinking going with a white as the accent color. But again, I'm not positive on that yet. I don't think I'm gonna go with some kind of a nano fluid just because of, I don't wanna deal with changing colors or anything, although that problem really doesn't exist on the green. Like the green on Skunkworks is still extremely vibrant and looks really good. The blue in the system that I built with the glass tubing that's well over a year old is still nice and vibrant. It just seems to be the reds that are a problem. So I'll have to do some custom stuff like covering up the logos here on the AX200i so we get rid of that red. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty cool build. We have to come up with some neat accent lighting of some sort. Maybe I'll hold a little contest for naming this system. I don't know, if you guys can think of a cool name for my Threadripper build based on this chassis and this sort of look, then put your comments down below. I'm honestly thinking like, I don't know why like Reinhardt keeps coming to mind, but I know there's already Reinhardt themed builds and stuff and I don't want to do that. It just looks like, I swear it looks like a Reinhardt helmet to me. You know, but I mean, I don't even play Overwatch, so that wouldn't really be applicable to me, I don't think. Now, I'm not gonna actually put the glass on though to show you how much it doesn't flex because I'm leaving that protected inside of its foam until we're ready to use it. So I'm not putting that on for now, but the glass obviously follows the shape of this case. Anyway, time to go. If you guys can think of a cool name based on this aesthetic, let me know down in the comments. Maybe if you guys come up with a good name as a collective, we'll use it, or I'll come up with my own. I don't know. You guys will see an update to this in the next couple of weeks. Still waiting for some water cooling parts to become available, specifically for Threadripper, and then we can get started. Tell me what you guys think, and as always, appreciate your views. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.